Maybe everyone is just waiting for someone else to save them. Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose. Nothing makes a person happier than having a happy heart. If their forces are substantial, prepare for them. If their forces are strong, avoid them. Life is more or less a lie, but then again, that's exactly the way we want it to be. It takes more effort to avoid the truth than it does to face it. Do not use life to give life to death. Do not use death to bring death to life. Time always exposes what you truly mean to someone. The snow goose need not bathe to make itself white. Neither need you do anything but be yourself. Let the speaker speak truly, and the judge decide justly. A single death is a tragedy. 1,000,000 deaths is a statistic. In the desire to control others, we lose control over ourselves. Agitate him and ascertain the pattern of his movement. Bad habits are like a comfortable bed, easy to get into, but hard to get out of. Only those people create history who doesn't live in the future. I don't think there's anything wrong with telling the truth. I know it isn't fashionable. Better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. The way is to man as rivers and lakes are to fish, the natural condition of life. If you have the guts to be yourself, other people will pay your price. Fear defeats more people than any other one thing in the world. Tomorrow hopes we have learned something from yesterday. The job of feats is walking, but the hobby is dancing. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins, but excels in winning with ease. That is all very senseless, but this senselessness has a pretty mouth, and it smiles. Dining with the king, your attire, attitude, and mentality must change. I quote others only in order the better to express myself. One need not destroy one's enemy. One need only destroy his willingness to engage. Life is all about becoming a better version of yourself. I do not like to repeat successes. I like to go on to other things. Having nothing to struggle against, they have nothing to struggle for. If a man takes no thought about what is distant, he will find sorrow near at hand. In the haunted house of life, art is the only stair that doesn't creak. All the fish needs is to get lost in the water. All man needs is to get lost in Tao. Falling down is an accident. Staying down is a choice. It is much easier to be brave if you do not know everything. In war, then, let your great object be victory, not lengthy campaigns. Strange what being forced to slow down could do to a person. But you don't have to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. If you are willing to go out on a limb, the tree of life holds endless possibilities. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Serious thinkers are few, and the waters roared by crude ideas. Whatever you believe with feeling becomes your reality. The world changes. We do not. Therein lies the irony that kills us. Only one who devotes himself to a cause with his whole strength and soul can be a true master. For this reason, mastery demands all of a person. We may be small and we may be young, but we will shake the world for our beliefs. Know what you want, work to get it, then value it once you have it. When you are identified with the One, all things will be complete to you. When you walk in silence, your excellence will always speak for you. Nobody ever lives their life all the way up, except bullfighters. When you procrastinate, you become a slave to yesterday. Wake up with determination, go to bed with satisfaction. It is man's natural sickness to believe that he possesses the truth. Genius is measured not by static volume, but by kinetic vision. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. I knew I was alone in a way that no earthling has ever been before. Life is an essay you yourself have to write, start to finish. Every second alive is the greatest gift we will ever know. Politics determines who has the power, not who has the truth. The longing for paradise is man's longing not to be man. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. The world is already full of critics. To stand out, be an encourager. To subdue an enemy without fighting is the greatest of skills. Hold faithfulness and sincerity as first principles. An over-examination of life can deter you from life itself. If truth doesn't set you free, generosity of spirit will. Filter out the irrelevant noise. Focus on the objective. Truth is a straight line you sometimes need to curve. You should know that by now. Knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. It does not matter how long you live, but how well you do it. He was a lonely ghost, uttering a truth that nobody would ever hear. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Life is not measured by what you have. It's measured by what you give. The moon does not simply disappear when we are not looking at it. There's so much to be grateful for. Words are poor things. Search of truth is actually a search of strength to handle the truth. In the end, the world always wins. That's just the way of things. The road to success is dotted with many tempting parking spaces. All wars are won or lost before they are ever fought. If you can feel the future, then you are about to experience it. You can measure the size of a person by what makes him or her angry. Just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's any less true. If you don't take risks, you will always work for someone who does. Your preciousness lies in your essence. It cannot be lost by anything that happens. Don't be afraid of death. Be afraid of the unlived life. In my deepest wound, I saw your glory, and it dazzled me. So shut up, live, travel, adventure, bless, and don't be sorry. Growing up is losing some illusions in order to acquire others. Next to trying and winning, the best thing is trying and failing. It's often only in the lies we refuse to speak that any truth can be heard at all. Never curse a fall. The ground is where humility lives. Stop trying to create a new you around the same old people. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. If you want more, you have to require more from yourself. Remember, man does not live on bread alone. Sometimes he needs a little buttering up. Be like seeds. Do not see dirt thrown at you as your enemy, but as ground to grow.